The authors of this research paper propose an autonomous bootstrapping algorithm for initializing a depletion mode quantum dot device, a critical step towards building scalable quantum processors. This algorithm aims to validate device functionality, characterize all gates, and make the quantum dot charge sensor operational, thereby bringing the device to a desired global state configuration. The motivation behind this work is the need for efficient tuning procedures that can handle the increasing number of control parameters in large-scale quantum dot arrays. Previous work has made progress in areas such as topology and charge state classification, navigation in higher dimensional gate voltage spaces, and optimization of readout and qubit fidelity. However, these algorithms assume that previous tuning steps, such as defining the quantum dot channel, calibrating the charge sensor, and identifying regions of interest, have been completed. The proposed bootstrapping algorithm is designed to be initiated on a pristine quantum dot device post-cool down, taking advantage of physics-based heuristics whenever possible, rather than machine learning methods. This approach allows for better interpretability and reliability, especially in cases of failure or low signal-to-noise ratio. The bootstrapping process involves 3 stages: preparation, diagnostics and characterization, and defining quantum dot channels. During the preparation stage, the backbone gate is set to localize the operational region, and the ohmic is set to a voltage corresponding to the target current. The diagnostics and characterization stage tests the functionality of all relevant gates, collecting pinch-off and saturation voltages where applicable. The defining quantum dot channels stage fine-tunes the outer barrier to the saturation point, thereby defining the sensor quantum dot and qubit quantum dot channels. The authors demonstrate the bootstrapping protocol in conjunction with a coarse tuning module, showing that the combined algorithm can efficiently and reliably take a cooled-down quantum dot device to a desired global state configuration in under 8 minutes with a success rate of 96%. This work establishes a reference in terms of performance, reliability, and efficiency against which alternative algorithms can be benchmarked. The research paper presents a novel bootstrapping protocol for tuning a gate-defined, depletion mode gallium-3 arsenide, Al 0.36 Ga 0.64 as double quantum dot, DQD, device. This protocol efficiently initializes and configures the DQD device for quantum computing operations. The bootstrapping process involves preparatory setup, device diagnostics, sensor tuning, and coarse tuning. The algorithm starts with the device architecture and flow, then details each stage, including sensor setup, sensor barrier gate tuning, and outer barrier gate configuration. An optional gate voltage adjustment step refines the device configuration. The authors demonstrate an 86.5% success rate in preparing the device for coarse tuning and a 96.6% success rate in coarse tuning, which prepares the QD device for further calibration toward qubit operation. The machine learning model used in coarse tuning has been successfully applied across different device designs, including QD devices. The paper concludes by discussing potential modifications and the importance of efficient tuning algorithms for advancing quantum computing technology. The proposed bootstrapping technique is initiated with a configuration file that defines the device architecture, identifies the quadrant used in the experiment, and specifies the gate's functionality. A gate-defined, depletion mode gallium-3 arsenide, Al 0.36 Ga 0.64 as device is utilized, consisting of 4 identical quadrants, each featuring tunable metallic electrodes for forming 2 quantum dots, QDs, for hosting qubits and a larger sensor QD. Barrier gates confine each of the QDs, while plunger gates control their chemical potentials. The experiment is conducted in a dilution fridge at approximately 30 mK, employing the quantum machine's QDACII to set the bias on the source ohmic and perform voltage sweeps of the gates. The bootstrapping process begins with the preparatory stage, where the localization of the operational quadrant is achieved by setting the BB gate to the most negative safe voltage. The bias voltage is then swept to test for ohmic behavior, and the ohmic is biased to a voltage where a small positive current of about 10 nanoamperes can be observed. The algorithm proceeds to assess the functionality of the quadrant's finger gates, applying a voltage to each gate one at a time and measuring the current through the device. The current versus voltage signal analysis serves multiple purposes, including verifying gate functionality, determining gate characteristics such as pinch-off, saturation, and parking values, and identifying standout features using prominence analysis. With all gates characterized, the bootstrapping algorithm defines the QD channels by adjusting the BB and OBR gates to split the QD device quadrant into the sensor QD and qubit QD channels. This is achieved using the RB measurement approach, involving unidimensional, 1D, voltage sweeps initiated from a common starting point at a tilt from the central measurement axis. The bootstrapping process in a nanowire quantum computing device begins with the measurement of current traces for the finger gates, including the formation of a quantum dot between the outer barrier left, OBL, and outer barrier right, OBR, gates. The calibration of the bottom barrier, BB, outer barrier right, OBR, sensor bottom barrier top, SBT, and sensor bottom barrier bottom, SBB, gates is achieved through ray-based measurement. Consistency plots show the mean values and standard deviations for the characteristics of interest, averaged over 89 test bootstrapping runs, indicating the reliability of the gate calibration process. The final configuration for the place, B, and PR gates is established during the coarse tuning stage, while the pinch-offs and saturation points are used to determine the starting position for the initialization of the DSE module. The calibration of the BB gate involves finding the optimal pinch-off voltage by adjusting the tilt angles, and then decomposing this voltage into BB and OBR components. The OBR gate is parked at the position of the peak in the deeper decivolt with the highest current for sustaining transport through the QDs. The bootstrapping protocol also includes setting up the charge sensor by tuning the outer barrier gates for both the sensor and qubit QDs. This stage involves the detection of the Coulomb blockade induced by the formation of the sensor QD, which is manifested through oscillations in the current sweep measured on the SP gate. The process commences with the localization of a qubit QD using SP, followed by the observation of oscillations, indicating successful confinement. This allows for the splitting of the qubit QD using the B gate to form a double QD, DD. The setup for charge sensing is then enabled. Coarse tuning starts by defining the operational regime based on finger gate characteristics from bootstrapping. The DSE-based tuning module is initiated with randomly selected gate voltages. The algorithm drives the navigation based on the distance between the target state and the current state vector, adjusting gate voltages accordingly. If the distance falls below a predefined threshold, the device is declared in a DD global configuration. Otherwise, the process repeats until the iteration limit is reached, triggering recalibration and reinitialization. The evaluation of the tuning algorithm involves testing individual steps of bootstrapping and performing trial runs of the full autotuning algorithm. The analysis of the autotuning protocol implemented with active feedback in the larger space of plunger gates, VPR, VPL, includes an overview of the sample run, a close-up of a charge stability diagram showing the 12-step path of the coarse tuning module, and measured raw scans in the space of plunger gates. The autotuner's progress is indicated by arrows and color intensity, with darker colors representing earlier stages and lighter colors representing later stages. Data available to the DSE module for 6 selected steps along the path are shown, where PDD corresponds to the evaluated likelihood of the DD regime. Panels display the DD likelihood of initial and final points and the distribution of path lengths across 46 test runs, highlighting the efficiency and effectiveness of the autotuning protocol. The characterization of finger gates used to form and control qubit QDs is also discussed, including their pinch-off and saturation voltages, with error bars representing one standard deviation within the collected sample. High device and algorithm stability are evident through low standard deviations of the extracted features. The SP gate characterization, including its pinch-off, saturation, and parking values, is also presented, along with the pairs of gates used to form a sensor QD and analyzed RB measurements and statistics for the parking voltages. This paper presents the development of a novel, autonomous bootstrapping algorithm designed to initialize Gauss spin qubit quantum dot (QD) devices from an untuned state to the double dot (DD) global state configuration. The algorithm integrates gate characterization, device diagnostics, and prepares the charge-sensing QD for RF reflectometry, leveraging a combination of measurement techniques such as regular voltage sweeps and RF reflectometry. Notably, the algorithm's high success rate in tuning to the DD state configuration is attributed to the machine learning (ML)-based dynamic sensing and estimation (DSE) module. This achievement serves as a foundation for the development of a fully autonomous QD device initialization, calibration, and control system for large QD arrays. Future research directions include integrating data quality control modules, extending the algorithm to multiple QD arrays, and automating RF reflectometry optimization. These advancements aim to enhance the efficiency and reliability of quantum computing systems, paving the way for scalable quantum technologies. The application of quantum dots and gauze devices for quantum computing is discussed, focusing on the development of a bootstrap algorithm for efficient tuning. This approach leverages the simplicity of using a single layer of gates to confine quantum dots, unlike other materials that require overlapping gate electrodes. The authors acknowledge support from various funding agencies and thank several researchers for their contributions. Researchers have developed a novel approach to tuning quantum dot devices using machine learning techniques, aiming to automate the process and enhance efficiency and reliability. This physics-informed tuning framework leverages machine learning algorithms to optimize tuning parameters for achieving specific charge states in quantum dot systems. The authors review previous studies on auto-tuning of quantum dot devices, including Zwolak et al.'s work on in-situ tuning of double dot devices using machine learning. They also implement a array-based framework for state identification, significantly improving the efficiency and accuracy of the tuning process. Understanding capacitive coupling between different parts of a quantum dot system is crucial for optimal performance. The authors present their work on automated extraction of capacitive coupling using neural networks, providing valuable insights into these complex systems. This approach has the potential to revolutionize the field of quantum computing by enabling fast, accurate, and reliable tuning of quantum dot devices. The authors believe these advances will pave the way for more sophisticated quantum computing architectures and applications in the future.